Yo, what's up? It's me again. Damn. I don't know what that intro was, but that's just how it is now. So today, we're gonna take a look at a video from a channel called Brightside. It's one of your typical listing channels with almost 30 million subs. Now, the video in particular we're gonna look at is 7 house details in the US that puzzle foreigners. Now in this video, we have an American trying to compare America to Europe. And usually when anyone in America tries to talk about how other places in the world are, they tend to be very wrong and ignorant in what they say. And this is no exception. No offense to any Americans out there. I'm sure you're all great and smart, but it's just people like this man in this video that represent you, that make you look a bit not so smart, but I'm sure you are, alright? No hard feelings. So we're gonna see house details that apparently is going to puzzle me as a European.
The land of the free and the home of the brave.
The land of the free and incredibly stupid. I mean brave. I'm sorry.
Wait, what's so strange about American homes? Well, anytime I invite my non-American friends over to my house, they're happy to point out how bizarre it is. For example, 1. Big houses. First of all, not all Americans have huge houses.
I've been to America once, great time, loved it. I mean, all the houses I saw were rather very small. They were very small. And I didn't see any gigantic houses.
But yeah, I'll agree that the typical American home is pretty big and spacious compared to other countries.
That just looks like my first floor. Although this looks like an apartment building more than a house. This is just examples. I get it, alright? We're not gonna nitpick on this. It might be correct, I don't know.
Number 2, a room for everything. To fill our giant houses, we've got a room for pretty much anything you can imagine.
We got a kitchen, we got a bathroom. You Europeans don't have that.
If you can count closets as tiny rooms, and they kinda are when you think about it, every American home has multiples of those.
Wow, you got closets? I don't have closets. The closets were banned from Europe. No, we don't have closets. No, we don't.
There are closets for clothes in each bedroom, usually one near the front door for coats and shoes, one in the bathroom or hallway for towels, one in the kitchen in the form of a pantry. Yep, we love storage space.
Oh, wow. We just leave all our clothes lying on the floor, and towels and food, everything. We don't have closets or anything like that. Unless it mean walk-in closets, but you just said closets. Just for anyone who doesn't get it, I'm being very sarcastic. We do indeed have closets in like every room as well for clothes and food and storage and towels and whatnot. But no, we're gonna keep pretending like we don't.
Those big wardrobes.
That's a drawer.
Number 3. Huge personal washers and dryers.
You got personal washers and dryers? Damn. That just doesn't exist over here. We haven't invented that yet.
Speaking of rooms, there's also usually one just for doing laundry.
No way. You have a laundry room? Then again, we haven't invented washers and dryers yet, so... But if we do invent it, we're just gonna have it outside.
Most Americans have both a washer and a separate dryer.
No way,
and they tend to be big too. My European friends tell me that their washer is in the kitchen or bathroom, and they hang their clothes to dry.
Are your European friends real, or, you know? Yeah, you know us Europeans, we just put all our clothes in a basket and go to the closest river, and then we use a sponge and we try and wash them as effectively as we can, and then we just hang them up to dry while we stare at the clothes. I've never seen a house that doesn't have a personal washer and a dryer in their own room. You know, I've never seen a house, first of all, a house that doesn't have a washer and a dryer. And I've never seen a house that doesn't have a laundry room. Even the apartments have a laundry room. Never seen it. How have you gotten to the conclusion that Europeans don't have washing machines? My God.
Still, even if a person in the US doesn't have their own, they just go down to the laundromat to use the machines there.
I've never seen a laundromat. I don't think we have laundromats in Norway, at least. You know why? Because every house has a washer and a dryer. That's why. We don't need that because everyone has that in their own house. But no, Apparently not. We bring it to the river and we wash it there. That's what we do.
I don't see many Americans hand washing their clothes or hanging them to dry.
Who the f hand washes their clothes?
5. The abandoned dining room.
What?
And there are some rooms that we don't even use at all. Okay, maybe this just applies to my family, but we never use the dining room. It's there. We have a beautiful dining table, but we always just take our dinner to the living room and watch TV while we eat.
That has nothing to do with house details. That's just you deciding to eat dinner in front of the TV. My family does that. Sometimes we eat by the dinner table. Usually on like weekdays, so we used to. When we were a happy family. But most of the time we're in front of the TV. That's nothing to do with the house. That's just the manners of your family.
6. Serious about fire safety. I'm talking about having multiple smoke alarms throughout the house.
Smoke alarms? What's that?
Personally have one in the kitchen, another in the hallway, and one in each bedroom. That's what the National Fire Protection Association recommends.
Wow, multiple smoke alarms. We don't even have smoke alarms at all. Except that we have one in every floor.
Fire safety is taken so seriously in the States.
If you somehow thought that was an American thing, then you're truly an American.
And perhaps it's for fire safety or just a convenience thing. But I've always had an electric stove in any house I've lived in. Gas stoves aren't as popular as they are elsewhere in the world.
I've seen one gas stove. Other than that, there's only electric. The only place where I have seen a gas stove is in America. So I don't know. They seem to be more popular there than anywhere else. From what I've seen. But I don't know. I'm just a dumb European who hand washes his clothes in the river.
7. Wall-to-wall carpeting.
Alright, that just... I know for sure that's a British thing.
Is this really just an American thing? If you're from another country, you'll have to let me know down below.
The UK, but you wouldn't know that because you apparently didn't do research before making this video.
8. How low can you go?
Pretty low.
Now, my European
know.
friends find my toilet quite fascinating and
Why?
mildly confusing. I guess toilets in the US sit lower than the ones in Europe do.
So you're telling me that your European friends got confused at a toilet because it was a bit lower than usual and therefore they didn't know how to use it. You know, your friends sound very confused and they sound like they don't really know a lot. Are you sure they're not American?
10. One faucet to rule them all. I haven't done a lot of traveling, but I have been to the UK.
Can tell you haven't done a lot of traveling.
I was flabbergasted by the separate faucets in the bathroom. How do you guys use those anyways? In the US, sinks always have just one faucet.
Oh, the ignorance!
And you can customize the temperature of the water however you like.
I have never in my life, not in the UK, not in Norway, not in Denmark, not in Portugal, not in Spain, not in France, not in Croatia, never seen two faucets or sinks where one's cold and one's warm. We have had and always had through my whole lifetime. We've had one sink, one faucet, where you can customize the temperature using one lever, side to side, up and down, all around. You cannot have done any research on this, and I doubt you've been outside of America. Honestly, how could someone be so... Only Americans, I guess.
As for getting that perfect temperature when you're taking a shower, don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, because we have two showers. One shower where it's cold and one shower where it's warm, and we just jump in between, and that's what we do.
Wearing shoes inside.
So you have wall-to-wall carpet, and you also wear shoes inside. That's just...
13. Switchless sockets. Now, apparently in Europe, you have a switch to either allow the power to flow by turning a button on, or cutting it by switching it off.
Apparently. So he doesn't even know.
Now, apparently in Europe,
I've only seen a socket with a switch on it once, and that was in a hotel. Other than that, I've never seen a socket with a switch on it. I mean, we have a fuse box, which, you know, is for safety reasons, that I assume and know that you guys also have, because if not, then your house would just go on fire all the time. But we don't have switches on our sockets. I mean, you kind of admitted that you don't even know, because you just said apparently, as in, I saw this in the hotel once, so I'm assuming that's how all the houses work as well. You would be very wrong, as you've been with everything so far.
In America, you don't have this option.
Yeah, you don't have this option here either.
14. No tea kettle in the kitchen.
Never seen a tea kettle ever in my life, not joking.
The US is mostly a coffee drinking country, so we don't really use tea kettles.
Again, isn't tea like a British thing? You stop saying Europe if you're just basing this off Britain.
Well, what about a kettle to boil water for instant coffee? The answer to that, my friend, is that most homes have a coffee maker to brew it fresh.
No way, you have a coffee maker? I didn't even know they existed. What's next? Nespresso? What else? The fact that you think that coffee maker is an American thing is...
15. Garbage disposals.
Would you look at that? One thing he's gotten right. One thing. Garbage disposal. One thing. Garbage disposal. We don't have that. Never seen it. And it's banned in many European countries because it's not environmentally friendly.
And now, whether you're American or not, which of these things apply to your house?
Like all of them. Because none of what you mentioned is an American thing. Tends to be a thing all over the world. But what did we learn today? Us Europeans were stuck back in time. We wash our clothes in the river. We don't have dryers. We have simpleton toilets. We don't have smoke alarms. Our houses burn down every day. What even is a coffee machine? Our houses are super small and we don't have space for anything. We don't like closets or anything like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. If you're an American, don't take any offense, alright? It's just all in good fun. And that I took offense to that video. Not that I did, it's just... Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. So have an awesome day. And goodbye!